Hello and welcome to the SmartAging podcast. Today I'd like to talk to you about something that sits at the heart of our work in this latest work package, which is the social oasis. This concept developed in response to one of the most pressing challenges in assisted living environments, social isolation. So, as we write in the social oasis concept description, one of the most significant challenges among the elderly in assisted living facilities is social isolation. And that's where we begin. So, in our needs analysis and workshops, one insight kept coming back, which is a shared space can exist without being shared. Many assisted living facilities have communal areas, but residents often choose to stay in their rooms. And that's because mobility challenges makes movement difficult, fear of infections, reduce willingness to sit close to others. Environments feel institutional rather than inviting. And social participation feels demanding rather than natural. So when we stepped into social life, or when stepping into social life, it feels kind of like an effort, and staying in our rooms feels safer. So social oasis is designed to change that dynamic. So what is social oasis? It's a shared space framework designed to lower the social threshold in assisted living environments. So it's a welcoming, biophilic, open and accessible. It's not just furniture, it's not just lighting, it's not just technology. So it's a system where environment, furniture, materials, light and technology all work together to support everyday social life on each resident's terms. Social oasis is a place where people can sit next to each other without obligation, recognize familiar cues and routines, and withdraw, but without becoming isolated. And that last part is very important. So participation should never be forced. Observation is also participation. Social oasis is grounded in 5 design principles described in the booklet that we're developing currently. So let's walk through them. The first principle is biophilic multisensory design, which is about bringing nature inside to support calm and orientation and well-being. So the concept includes circadian lighting that changes throughout the day, nature-inspired audio and healing soundscape, thriving plant life. And these are not decorative elements, they regulate mood, they reduce stress, they support cognitive clarity. So a space that feels alive encourages people to stay. The second principle is social life needs rhythm. So social life doesn't grow from occasional events alone. It grows from, morning coffee, predictable routines, visible activity boards, familiar weekly routines. And overloading the calendar with those events doesn't create belonging, but continuity does. The third principle is designing for safe proximity. And closeness has to feel safe. After the pandemic and in regions where flu season is a yearly recurrence, hygiene concerns are real. So the social oasis integrates antimicrobial, biodegradable hygiene materials, smart environmental monitoring, and easy to clean surfaces. Safety reduces hesitation, and reduced hesitation increases interaction. The fourth principle is lowering the social threshold, making it easy to join and acceptable to just observe. So this means locating the space near circulation paths, spaces where people, walk a lot or come through. Seating side by side rather than face to face. And sharing a focal point like games, plants, or displays. So not everyone wants to enter a room and be on stage, and social oasis allows people to drift in. The fifth principle is spaces that adapt. Needs change, abilities change, group sizes change, so the space must adapt. And the concept is modular, so it can be reconfigured as a room-in-room structure. Facilities can thereby choose a complete immersive version or only the fundamental structural elements. Flexibility makes it scalable and financially realistic. So with these principles, and to make the concept understandable and replicable, we define some clear layers. The fundamental components are vertical support beams, horizontal pergola beams, acoustic ceiling panels, pot plants. Optional immersive elements include speakers with soothing natural soundscapes, sunlight and sky simulation with circadian scenarios, central interactive element like plants, games, or other shared focal points. So this modular toolbox allows adaptation to small spaces, larger spaces, new buildings, existing facilities. It's not just an aesthetic add-on, it's a framework for social life. The social oasis supports very specific types of interaction, like sitting together without obligation, doing something side by side, observing before joining, and withdrawing without becoming isolated. So it should feel like a living room, not an activity room, not a waiting area, not a therapy space, but a living room. We're creating a booklet to really capture and structure this in a practical 4-step approach. So the first step is preparation, where you involve facility management, care staff, maintenance, and residents early in the process. Management support is essential, not for control, but for continuity. The second step is adapt to context. So is it a new building or an existing building? Is it temporary or permanent? Is it a small niche or a central atrium? So fire regulations, accessibility, and evacuation routes must be integrated early. The third step is start small. So quick wins include like rearranging seating, making activities visible, adjusting lighting, and then testing furniture layouts, acoustic solutions, and technology integration. So start small, scale gradually, and invest where the impact is the highest. And the last step is daily operation. The space must not create extra workload. The staff should be facilitators, not hosts, and the design needs to do most of the work. So this concept, the social oasis, it's a starting point for rethinking how shared spaces support dignity, connection, everyday life. And that's the core of smart aging. Designing environments that make social life possible, not mandatory, not programmed, but naturally available. So that's the summary of the social oasis concept that is core of the pilot that we're working to develop now within the SmartAging project. We're still in early development phases, and the concept itself is continually being evolved based on the insights that we're gathering from the residents in the assisted living facilities. So please stay tuned and follow as we continue developing the Social Oasis and see what the pilots that we're creating in 2026 bring. Thank you for listening.